Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
And Joe is fired
Oh,
already.
fired like a motherfucker, dude. If that was our intro, like fired. Where'd the disclaimer go, Joe? Where'd the disclaimer go,
Fired
Joe?
like a motherfucker, dude.
Huh?
So, just
And like the whole intro, the whole like
anything that's being said here is
the
going to be
whole 2-minute long intro.
Don't
We
worry
just saying
about it.
fuck the intro now. Fuck the intro. We're just
Fuck
gonna.
the intro now. I mean, we can still play it. There it is.
DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any Department of Defense or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Jesus Christ, Joe is fucking man. I love you, Joe, but you are so fucking fired. You still fucked it up. You like tried a second time and you still fucked it up, but that's okay. We still love you, Joe. We might give you another chance so you don't have to like go on food stamps or some shit.
Hey, and then you could go over to the corner store and you could cash some shits in and get cash for them, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, man? Good morning. Welcome to the Church of the Double D 214.
How are you? How was your week?
Oh man, it was good. It was good. It was good. How was yours, man? How you want to? Oh shit!
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, baby? What's going on? He's probably on break from making the walls sweat with all the fucking pissy ass recruits.
Hey,
at sunny Fort Sill. You know what I mean? So welcome to church, Ronnie. Welcome to church, dude.
Oh man, we
Always
got
good to see you.
We got a hell of a show today too. But yeah, do you want to start off, or you want me to go?
Why don't you start? I need to get something set up here real quick. So go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and give me a quick rundown of your week? And I'm gonna put the microphone on mute real quick and take a tactical pause while you do that.
Yeah, too easy. So it was a good week for art, man. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that came out that I was very excited for. One was a surprise album. Well, first, I'll get to that last. That's actually the main event of this conversation. Oh, look at the dog. Look at the dog. And Under Oath is back with a banger of a fucking album. Okay, he says, I'm literally sitting in my bay now, surrounded by trainees. It's Sunday, so they're writing letters and doing religious shit.
I fucking knew it. I knew it, man. But hey, man, all power. Honestly, man, all power to you, homie. Like you're living the dream now. Like after you take that drill sergeant hat off, you know, and finish your career, it's never going to be the same again. This is probably going to be like the best worst duty position you've ever had.
I'm actually wearing my boot camp sweater.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at
that. What outfit was that? Like what unit was that?
Echo 161, Fort Jackson.
Was that infantry?
Yep. Yep. Infantry 161. Infantry 161. Hey man, we appreciate you shaping up the future.
Absolutely. Getting ready to fucking do a standoff with fucking Russia, man.
Man.
See that shit? They're like U.S. intelligence has them doing like a false flag event within like the next like month.
I saw that. Yeah.
Gonna invade Ukraine and shit. It's like, oh man, this is like, makes me wish I was still in, dude.
You want to know something too? That was going to be one of our news topics, and I was just like, I'm just scratching that out. Oh shit, we got
What's up? Mark Anthony, how you doing?
we got Gonzo Gon Gaming in the house. Who big congratulations! He's a Air Force. He's an Air Force man, and he just joined the Fathers Club.
Oh, congratulations! Absolutely, congratulations on no fucking sleep and going functionally insane for the next 18 plus years. Congratulations!
Yes, sir.
Welcome
Yes,
to the
sir.
club.
So we're all right. So let's get back to it. So this week, Under Oath is back with a fantastic new album. I cry about them all the time. I love them. They're one of my favorite bands. They had such a journey, and they came out with a 10-track banger.
Okay.
All 10 tracks are worth the ear sex.
Okay.
Very different, very experimental, but a lot of their old stuff are in it. It's gotten, and remember, because I made the mistake last week and I keep on doing the 10 stars. Now we're doing the 5. This album is a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay. So are you calling it? Is it a press play album?
It is a
Like,
press play album.
Would you just press play and just let it go? You know, like ride the lightning the whole way through. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I probably listened to it. I think like maybe 5 or 6 times already this week, just to kind of like dissect it and stuff like that. It's very good. It's very good.
Right.
But I didn't take as much time dissecting this as much as I dissected the new Weekend album, Dawn FM. And
I because of you, me and my beautiful girlfriend Nikki, we listened to that this week. She works from home, and so one day, like, I had pretty much gotten some of my chores done that day, and she was doing homework, and we listened to Dawn FM on YouTube basically, and just listened to the whole album, like just track all the way through, and it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a off the wall era Michael Jackson album. You know what I mean? Like have you ever heard Off the Wall by Michael Jackson?
yeah, it's actually funny because the producer of the album actually produced plenty of Michael Jackson albums too. So
Really?
you're not wrong. You're right there. You're right on it. So
I mean, that's the era, you know, the very late 1970s. That's kind of what it sounds like. The whole album sounds like, you know. I think Nikki's biggest complaint was she didn't mind it. Like, she liked it, but she said a lot of, like, the songs all sounded the same, which
oh yeah.
I can't really argue with that. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
all. It sounds like you're listening to a fucking radio station. It really does.
Yeah,
But like,
And
yeah.
it's funny that you say that because I did the same thing to this album that I did with the last album. Now with the last album, to me, I've spoken about this. It was like a cry for help. Like he was depressed. He was lost somewhere. And it's actually interesting because if you watch the movies, and I'm calling these movies because they're movies that he's making as music videos,
Right.
and you know he's in this car crash. He's telling a story. He gets taken by a cult. I haven't seen the videos for this shit, but this is all very cult-like. But it seems like that now he in this album, he's telling a more positive story, but under the guise of the cult. And
Right.
it's gotten very interesting. Now, the one thing that I love about this album is that Jim Carrey's in it.
Yeah, he's the
He's
DJ,
the
right?
Yeah, he's the radio DJ. And what's so interesting about this whole thing is how the album, when you go through a couple tracks, it has this radio, theme to it. And
Yeah.
it helps enhance the experience of the music of the whole album. And
It does.
I cannot argue with the fact that yes, a lot of the songs.
No,
Joe, he's
no,
in
Joe,
he's in
no.
the Weekend.
It's in
The
the weekend. Don FM. Joe, you suck. You suck. Freak. Loser.
Oh my god.
Learn how to fucking type.
And yeah, so Jim Carrey, when he's going through, like, he's telling these stories throughout the album, and it's actually quite interesting. And then you get to the very last track, and you have to take the last E out, WEEKND.
Just leave Joe alone.
No, well, okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna give him a counseling statement. I'm not gonna give you a counseling statement on that. Okay, you don't listen to the guy, so I expect you to spell it the way that you hear it. So I'm not mad
Poor
at you
Joe.
about that one.
Poor Joe. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, poor Joe. He's just
Yes, stick it where the sun don't shine.
Joe is just hitting all the wrong buttons this morning. Poor bastard, dude. Like, can you imagine like dealing with us too, being like, dude, what are you doing? You're fucking up. Can you imagine like the two of us saying that to you? Like, I'd punch me in the face. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like,
no, but you know, again, I'm not going to give you a counseling statement for putting an extra E. You don't know. I'm telling you, someone is going to listen to this in their car, and we are going to get sued. We are going to get sued. They're going to get into a car accident, and we are going to get sued. Hear me now.
That shit never gets fucking old, dude. Like, well, it's so stupid and obnoxious, but it never gets fucking old.
Yeah. Well, anyways, for me, I'm giving. I'm despite the fact that the album does have a lot of underexcited songs, I'm still going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 as well.
Okay.
More so for the concept. The concept is brilliant.
I would, if we're talking just concept, I mean, I'll give it a full on like 5 of 5 for the fact that it is a concept album, and he wrote it like all the way through. You know what I mean? Like it is like listening to 55 minutes of a radio station. Like it really is. Like that's pretty much what the album is. Yeah. You know, and it was fun. It was fun to listen to. I'm like you. I'm gonna take a little bit of points off for the repetitiveness of the songs. I think Nikki was dead on. So I'm gonna give it a very solid 4 of 5, and points only deducted because of the repetitiveness of the music itself. But as a concept,
oh, brilliant.
Love it. Fucking love it. Brilliant.
I mean, to have Jim Carrey come in and do the part that he did in that last track. I mean, when you can, if you sit there and just close your eyes, and it just puts you in some kind of like weird aura just listening to that. It was incredible. Another thing that came out this week, which I watched last night, was Peacemaker with John Cena.
Okay.
Let me tell you, this to me, the best way I could describe it. So you know how The Boys has physical, like crazy shit that happens?
Yes.
You know, like the big dick around the guy's neck. And,
That's funny. Yeah.
So with Peacemaker, the comedy is kind of the same, except it's more verbal. They hit so many borderlines in Peacemaker with the one racist character who's played by Liquid Cop from the Terminator.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick. He's in the show. And just like he was in the Suicide Squad movie, which this is an absolute continuation of the last Suicide Squad movie that came out. The show is hilarious. The show is action-packed, but I'm going to take a lot of points off because of the title song. I hate it. There's a dance number in it. It's disgusting and it's cringy. So
that sounds dumb as shit.
Yeah. The rest of the show, fantastic. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this a 2 out of 5 because of the theme song.
Damn. The theme song literally ruined it that much for you, huh?
It ruined it that much for me.
You know what ruined it for me? It's fucking DC anything.
Can I say something? Can I say something about this though?
No,
if DC were to start over and follow with the concept and the comedy that this show has, it could work.
DC can still make it work. I think DC, like they've done many times, is just trying a little too hard right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they've always nailed it with Superman, always nailed it with Batman, and pretty much like their whole universe revolves around those two characters or offshoots of those two characters. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, but here's the thing. Just because you're like the plucky underdog doesn't mean you have to try extra hard. Like there's people that like the plucky underdog because they're the plucky underdog, because they're not Marvel, whatever. Like, why are you trying so hard with this fucking show? Like, John Cena looks fucking ridiculous, dude.
But let me tell you,
I don't know how the fuck even. I don't even know how the fuck why he the dude probably missed a couple years paying his taxes, so he's got to make some extra money. You know what I mean? Like, so I look at how fucking ridiculous. Like, even the costume is fucking. He looks ridiculous.
Listen, it's half of the first episode, he's in his underwear.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna watch this show. Like, and that's just me. Yeah.
Really?
No, I've got I've got too many other shows like A, I could be watching, or too much other stuff B, I could be doing. I mean, that's it. Like I'm not
All
like
right.
that show does nothing for me. Like I'm not even gonna like take a swing at it because it's like, what's the
Yeah.
point? What is
And
the point? I already know I'm gonna pick it apart in about 5 minutes, hate it, and turn it off anyways. So fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, before I continue talking and get into city life, tell me about your week, man.
My week was okay. Got a little bit done. Got my Missouri driver's license. So this
Oh,
week,
there you go.
this week coming up, I have to get my car inspected and then get my my actual tags or whatever. But got my driver's license. Like, so I'm officially a resident and denizen of the Kansas City metropolitan area, right? So we had a pretty good week. It was my oldest daughter's 10th birthday, so that was really cool. We had a lot of fun. Her grandparents drove in and to surprise her and her sister, and so the girls are over hanging out with their grandparents right now. And it was just a really good week. And me and my old lady got to go out a couple times by ourselves because the girls were with their grandparents. So that was that was nice. That was nice. So I had a very good week, and
That's
and
good.
tonight we'll see if the Chiefs do their thing against the Steelers in the playoffs. So
Well, what do you think is going to happen? I want to know what you think is going to happen.
okay, I was
'Cause
one.
I think the Chiefs are going to win.
I do too. I think realistically, I think the Chiefs are going to win. Although I was 1-1 yesterday. I had the Bengals winning, and they did. But every wild card weekend, there's like a big upset, right? Like at least fucking one. And I thought last night, don't ask me why, but I thought the Patriots were going to upset the Bills last night. And I was dead fucking wrong. That the Bills put a fucking curb stomping on the Patriots like haven't seen in a long fucking time. And so I was dead ass wrong. So, realistically, the Chiefs should fairly easily handle the Steelers. That might be a problem though, because if they take it the way I just said it, you know what I mean? Like, it's still Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I mean? It's still it's still the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers. Like shit happens.
Kirk, he's still playing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, basically, he said he's gonna retire after this season. So if the Steelers lose tonight, it would be his last game ever.
Oh
but
shit.
I'm as far as the Chiefs themselves, when they play as a team, they're as good as any team in the NFL, and when they play as a team, that's the team that's been to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, right? So I would not in any way count my Chiefs out at all. Tonight, they should fairly easily handle business. And God forbid if the Steelers like find a way to upset them or whatever, I don't know. But and then as far as the NFC games go, I'm not as plussed up on the NFC side. So I'll probably have to wait till next weekend to give you a review of the divisional fucking weekend. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
No, that's
money.
not bad,
Definitely put your money on Kansas City though. Definitely put your money on Kansas City.
Yeah, some conversations I hear at work from some of my friends, because again, I'm not the biggest football guy, but I hear these conversations, and a lot of buddies of mine believe that it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think,
and this is coming from the New Jersey side.
So the Bengals won. If the Chiefs beat the Steelers tonight, they will play the Bengals next. So they would play the Bengals next week. The Bengals just beat us a few weeks ago, and I'm not going to go into it about how salty I still am about that loss, but I want to play the Bengals again because they fucking beat us in the regular season, and I didn't like how we lost. Okay. And then the Bills beat us in the regular season towards the beginning of the season. The Bills beat us. And I think the way the Bills played last night, I think I am predicting it's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. I do not think the Titans. I think the Titans are. I don't know if the Titans will go down next weekend, but I don't see the Titans beating the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
I do not see the Titans beating the Buffalo Bills. I really don't. I
Well,
really
then
don't.
it should be a good game today then, since they're fighting for the gold.
This
You
game,
know.
this game is going to dictate, basically, like, you know, if the Steelers find a way to upset the Chiefs, it's going to fuck everything. It's going to fuck everything up, right? It's just going to, like, nobody's going to predict that, right? But if the Chiefs win as they should, I see a pretty smooth glide path all the way to the AFC, at least to the AFC Championship game for the Chiefs. We would have to we'd have to beat the Bengals next weekend, which the Bengals are a good team, but I don't think they are a better team than we are. And even though they beat us a few weeks ago, I was not a fan with how that game kind of ended and some things that happened towards the end of it. So I'm thinking the Chiefs are going to handle business against the Bengals next weekend, as long as they don't look past the Steelers tonight, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fantastic. So that's good, man. So another thing that happened this week, and this kind of has to do with our producer here. I'm going to show you some footage.
Okay.
So we just learned of this thing called GTA RP.
Okay.
It's been around for a while. I'm going to show you some footage right here. Oh, why is it? Yeah, so this is, and it's so damn grainy. So we're gonna make it smaller to make it look good. The definition. But pretty much what's going on here is you're pretty much living out a meta life, and we've talked about the metaverse before, and I've talked about how metaverse gaming seems to be the new thing now. So in this clip that you're watching now, I'm actually sitting next to Joe.
Okay.
Let me see if I can fast forward here. Yeah, there he is.
Wait, what?
I'm over here playing with the radio, and there he is. So me and him, we're talking about. We're just driving the truck. We're just hanging out because we've always wanted to do this one thing in American Truck Simulator, and that's co-op. Sit in the truck, bullshit, talk, and that's what we were doing. We were just riding around in Los Santos, driving this truck, and then we got an invitation. Oh yeah, actually, we saved the guy's life too. This guy right here. This guy got attacked by somebody. And it was actually kind of funny because he was just like, "Hey, I'm part of the family. You could work for us." So another pretty interesting. So there's mafias, there's police, there's ambulances, there's firefighters. Oh yeah. So we say
I'm just really confused. Like what? Like,
all right, you want to see
so
where
you don't like fucking shoot people every 3 seconds or what?
Well, you can't. Well, first you need to have a gun license to shoot people.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean a gun license?
You need
what the fuck kind of GTA game is this, dude?
But listen, this is what helps me enjoy the game more now, because now I'm not playing the same shit 100 times like I did for the last 15 years.
Okay.
Now I actually have to do something. I had to get my driver's license. I had to get my commercial license and all this stuff. So now,
who the fuck comes up with these like rules in the game? Like what?
The modders.
Really huh.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to get a gun in that game then? Like how much do you have to like prove do you basically have to like prove yourself in the game before you get like all the shit?
Pretty much. And you have to apply for the police. So this right here, and this is where the exciting stuff comes, all right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so here comes the exciting stuff. So me and Joe are driving here in my little smart car here that you see, and we get hit. We got hit, right?
Yeah.
So this guy comes out. Joe is laughing like crazy. He's laughing like crazy. This guy comes out. Look what he does. He pulls a fucking gun on us.
Okay.
So
what do you guys do?
So I freak out. I'm trying to run him over. I'm hitting the fucking pole. And then all of a sudden, you're about to see the camera turns around. Joe has his hands up. We're getting kidnapped at this point.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then look who shows up. The police.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Really?
So I'm over there smashing the guy's window. As you can see, I'm smashing his window. He's got the gun on me. I put my hands up. The cops come. Now, mind you, there are no NPCs.
Right. These are all human beings like playing.
Yeah.
Cops got there quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that response time. And you know what? They kept on going. So the last final exciting thing that I want to show you is this. Me and Joe ended up at a car meet. And these guys are talking.
A car meet in virtual
Yeah.
life.
Now here's the thing. They're using real world cars in these car meets. Toyotas, Mitsubishis, BMWs in a GTA modded lobby.
Interesting. That is very, very interesting.
Yeah, and there's actually a moment here where I accidentally hit Joe. Oh, here it is. So me and him start fighting because I accidentally hit the wrong button, and the guy right there is trying to tell us to chill out, and we're just like, "Yo, no, we're hit," and he knocks me out, and they gave him a free ticket to the car meet.
That's fucking hilarious.
So over here, this guy's saying, "Oh yeah, give this guy a free ticket." He's like, "All right, can't be doing that shit around here." But yeah, we got more into it, and you could actually, well, yeah, that's me and Joe smoking weed.
So basically, this is like GTA fucking.
Yeah.
Hold on. Cody, you need to chill, dude. Seriously. So basically,
look,
this is like
and
this is like GTA, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, and this is us smoking weed behind the beach shack.
And you're smoking weed, but yeah, like it. So you're literally just playing a game of like real life. Is that?
Yeah, and look, here you go, man. Here's the car meet. It's fun, man. It's a whole different. It's better than getting shot 20 fucking times by a random fucking asshole and actually enjoying yourself. Because these are things I would never go to in real life.
Well, okay. I mean, if you okay. I would okay. I'm glad you enjoy it. But I think your definition and my definition, like, see, fun for me, like I got back into playing Myst this week. I got the Game Pass for Xbox.
Oh yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I played the shit out of Myst in like the 90s when it came out, like on on PC back in the 90s. This game is old as fuck.
Yeah.
And so I remember parts of it, so I downloaded it off Game Pass and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go back to Myst. And I'm almost complete with the game. I'm at the last age that you can. There's the Island of Myst, and you have to like kind of solve these puzzles to figure out how to get to these other worlds. There's 4 other worlds, and I've gotten to 3 out of the 4 worlds, and I made it to the 4th world last night before I went to bed.
Oh shit, nice.
So I've already completed like basically like 3/4 of the game.
Progress.
Well, to be fair, there have been stretches of like. Yes, Cody, we understand. There have been stretches of like, there were stretches of like several hours where I was just like stuck and like had no clue. And then you'll like go over, like meander over to like something in the game and like you press that one thing you didn't press before or didn't see, and it like, and that's the clue you needed to get you like to the next part, right? And that's kind of what yeah. So fun. That's my fun. Right, like I couldn't sit there and role play in GTA without going like ape shit at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I will say though that the community is pretty fair. You don't. Every now and then you'll run into a troll like we ran into last night getting kidnapped. But most of the time you're pretty well taken care of. Sometimes people will give you a ride. But. For the most part, there are no cars for you to steal, and there are no NPCs, so you're pretty much left on your own. Pretty much, it's interesting. Very interesting world that they created there, and there are other lobbies in there. Like I found one where you could be an airplane pilot, you could be a trash driver. It's just jobs. So why I enjoy it, it's because I played the game for the last 10 years the same way. Things that I wish I could play the specific way, and now I can with my friends. And it could be,
it sounds like if that's your thing and you're into it, like it sounds like a very healthy gaming outlet, honestly. Like, yeah, and like kind of like Joe just put on the caption, like a more refreshing way to play GTA. Like, I can totally see where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not completely knocking this. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
It's just doing the whole like Dungeons
just
and
knocking
Dragons
it up.
Thing. Doing the whole Dungeons and Dragons thing just ain't my thing. That's that's all that. That's just not my bag. But I have absolutely nothing against you enjoying a cathartic GTA experience instead of one that gives you a fucking stroke because you're so pissed off every time, right? So I get it. I totally get it. So what else we got? What else
well,
we got?
when we come, Joe, hey, like Ben says,
that English?
An overrated game that needs a serious overhaul. I
Agreed.
completely agree. That's why get on that PC, man. But when we come back, we're going to play a game called Guess That Lingo, where Jay
Okay.
has to guess what military lingo this is.
Really?
Yep. Right after this,
All right.
play with. All right.
Wow. Well, that was quick.
Yeah,
Welcome,
yeah.
Vin Davies. By the way, it's good to see you, brother. It's always a pleasure to have brothers and sisters from across the pond with us.
Yep.
Always a pleasure.
So, Joe, why are you bringing up the menu again? He's not supposed to see this.
I can't see anything right now. If that
Perfect.
helps. Yeah, Joe, you're gonna get called out on the air, man. Like, what do you think? Poor bastard. Joe is having such a bad day. Like,
He's going to quit before we fire him, and that's gonna be the trick.
Pretty much. He's pretty much. Joe's getting ready to Leroy Jenkins. Fuck out of here, right? So, all right. So we got to get you. So it's a game and it's lingo, and I got to guess where the lingo comes from.
Yep.
That's it. Like,
hang on, just have to make sure. In this menu, Joe, go to Oh, wait a minute, Joe. Didn't we have game show music for this?
That was one for oh, God.
Hang on, Jay. We got real game show music for you right now. Thank you for coming to Guess That Lingo, guys. Jay's going to sit here. We're going to give him military lingo. He has to guess if it's the correct one or not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay Campbell. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you for coming.
Hey, it's a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to have a little fun here. We're going to go through military lingos for presently used and the Afghanistan era. The first one, some of them are going to be easy, some of them maybe not so much. The first one will be FUBAR.
FUBAR, that's an older term, but that's a term that is carried over for quite some time. It was 100% used in the Vietnam era, actually, but it means fucked up beyond all recognition or fucked up beyond all repair. So if something is FUBAR, it's basically fucked in half. Like that's all it means. It's like it's fucked, totally fucked. So,
oh,
what's next?
You gotta hit the thing.
Ding, 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 motherfucker!
There you go. The next one, TERP.
TERP, like a interpreter.
Yep,
That would just be an interpreter. Yeah.
There you go. Self-propelled sandbag.
Ding, motherfucker!
Well, you can't go that fast if I don't hit the dinger first.
Joe, I told you to use that one just for one.
Yeah, it's the first one I saw.
We'll use the other one now.
Fine.
The next one is self-propelled sandbag.
I've never actually heard the term self-propelled sandbag, but I'm going to put two brain cells together and probably say like that's probably like a worthless human being who probably is like a self-propelled sandbag would just be something that's like only worth getting shot, right? So that'd be like a human being who's just like waiting to get shot.
Joe, you want to tell him what that answer is?
What is the answer?
What is your profession? What was your profession? Your MOS?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Infantry, motherfucker.
That's the answer.
Self-propelled sandbags. There you go. That makes sense. That's basically what I said. Like the worthless motherfucker just waiting to get shot. Yeah, basically.
I hope I'm saying this right. Recce.
Can you spell it? Spell it, please.
RECKI.
God damn it! That's like it's ringing a bell in my head. Recky. It's ringing a bell in my head, and I'm not. No. What is it?
It's hit the button, Joe.
Wrong.
Check out the situation.
What?
Check out the situation. Hey, I didn't write these things, all right? I didn't write these things.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. The next one is this one should be easy if you haven't played Call of Duty. FNG.
You're a fucking new guy.
There you go. The next one, Ricky Boxing.
Ricky Boxing?
Yeah.
No fucking clue. Zero, like literally, like no clue, no context. Like
when a recruit no longer keeps his hands to himself.
Ricky Boxing?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds fucking stupid. Yeah, no, I don't know.
We're gonna go into the presently used ones now.
Okay.
All right. The next one is please, this one's easy. Even I know this one. ID10T.
ID 10 Tango. Yeah, like it's like being able to like tell somebody that they're an idiot without telling them they're an idiot. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Max Nick's Stick.
Max Nick's Stick.
Yes.
No clue.
This was a weird one. It says before all cars had blinkers.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I got nothing. Still got nothing on that.
Let's see. Hole Snipe.
What?
Hole Snipe.
No.
Got him.
Wait, it's a sailor. Chance should know this one. A sailor who works in the engine or boiler room of a Navy steamship.
Oh yeah, I would have no fuck. Yeah. Anything fucking Navy, like I would have the lingo. I would have no fucking clue of. Like,
the next one is John Wayne.
I
feel like you would know this one.
Yeah, I've heard it used. Even it's somebody just being a cowboy, basically, like being a little. Really? Like what are they saying? What are they saying? It's used.
A can opener issued with the sea rats.
No, dude, we don't use fucking those anymore.
It's paper, right?
John fucking calling somebody John Wayne, dude, is like means they're like a fucking cowboy. Like they're out there like that. Your fucking lingo is outdated. If we don't fucking use can openers on our fucking MREs, okay? Like how fucking old is that? Like
oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
I'm gonna fucking hurt someone. I'm gonna literally enforce my will physically against someone. I will fight people on this. What?
I didn't write this one, all right? I didn't
write
this one.
No,
that's okay. That's okay. Hey, remember, go hard. Go hard.
Dude, like Jesus hates a pussy, dude. Like go big or go home.
Next one. We all had one of these, a fart sack.
Yeah, that'd be your stuff sack. That'd be your fucking sleeping bag, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next Pogey bait.
Okay, so Pogey bait, lickies and chewies, like all that shit, that's just fucking slang for bringing like snacks and or candy and or whatever to the field that is not either of an MRE. So that would be poke bait, lickies and chewies, whatever. Like all the same. It's all the same.
Donkey dick.
Donkey dick is a tool that is utilized by screwing it onto a 5-gallon gas can and pouring said gas through the dick part into vehicles of choice.
Let me smash.
I had to use
Right.
to give a little context. So if you've used the CK before, in between the engine and where you have to, there's a giant wall, and it makes it hard to stick the donkey dick through the wall into the gas hole. Very interesting stuff. Just a couple more. Bohica.
Bohica means bend over. Here it comes again.
Yep, there it goes. Yep. And the last one, ghost turds.
Ghost turds?
Ghost turds, like ghost shit.
You're gonna have to illuminate me on that one. Not sure.
Dust balls.
Nah. I'm just gonna say nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Party on.
Yeah.
Party on.
So that was actually it could have been probably if we had written that, it probably would have been a hell of a lot better. But we'll try next time.
I enjoyed it. That was fun for me. I enjoyed it. That was a good time.
But Bohica is actually a funny one. That's funny.
It is. So funny story about that. My very first unit. So like I just graduated AIT, and little fucking PV2 Campbell is ready to take on the Army. So I went to the 232nd Engineer Company, which is part of the 94th Engineer Battalion at Fort Leonard Wood. And one of the platoons, they're, like when they would come to attention and they'd all like, there was like a little platoon motto. Their little platoon motto was Bohica. So like when their platoon sergeant would call them to attention, the whole platoon would shout Bohica. So I, as a baby private, like knew what Bohica was in Lingo, basically because of that platoon. I was like, what the fuck is Bohica? And they're like, Campbell, bend over, here it comes again. Like you're getting fucked basically, right? Like they were 12 Novembers. It was a construction company.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like in the engineer corps. And yeah, we had a good time, man. It was my very first unit, and we had a good time.
Nice. And when we come back, we're going to start with our long list of news that we're going to cut through like a banshee.
Too easy.
Oh man, so I think what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna go back and forth between military and gaming news. The first story by the way, I just want to say real quick, if you're on Facebook and we're not asking or anything like that, but you can now donate stars to DD214 Gaming during our live stream. So if you want to send in like a cent, 10 cents,
Oh, speaking of Facebook, guess what I found out this week? My account is restricted, and it's not restricted for like posting and stuff, but check this out. Like Facebook banned a post of mine that I made like a year or two ago, but they didn't ban it until like 6 months ago. And then it's a meme basically. And I used the same meme in somebody's comment a few weeks ago, and they flagged it immediately. And I got my account restricted for like 2 months. So like I had like all these restrictions on my account, and basically
2 months.
Well, it's I can still post. It says I'm not allowed to go. There's like a couple weird things I'm not allowed to do. It's not like a full on it's not a full on, like, but you
can still use Messenger and shit like that too.
Do you want to know what the meme was? It was the James Franco with the noose around his neck where he says like first time. You know what I mean? That was it. Like,
that's your favorite one.
I know, and it got me, and it's like it's like I'm basically on Facebook probation, and it's I was like I looked at it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even see it coming, because like they didn't. Like they have like they're going through like everybody's profiles right now, and they're cleaning up shit from like your entire posting history. So like, don't be surprised if it hits you soon, because like they're like cleaning house on all of prohibited and like restricted whatevers. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like it's weird watching what they're doing. It's
Yeah,
just weird.
and they've
Hey,
always.
John, your camera's fucked up or something, bro. Like you're not. I can't see you, bro. Are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
here.
bro, I miss you, homie.
Wait,
Bro,
wait,
close your eyes.
Wait,
Bro,
can
close
you?
your eyes, homie. Close your eyes. That's all I see when when you're not with me, homie.
I'm touched. I'm touched.
All right, what do we got next?
Wait, am I really stuck?
Yeah, your camera's fucking
Yeah,
frozen, dude.
we need to change cameras.
Looks fucking stuck to me. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Hey, look, it's all me now. Time to carry the show.
Well, I can't. Well, I can't.
Kinda-
I can't change. Am I good now?
No.
No, not really. You're jumpy and skippy and like
There he is.
your voice is fine. Your voice is fine. Now you're good. Now I can see you moving. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Oh
All
yeah.
right. So
Get
the
off
first,
Pornhub,
the
John.
first story, and it's actually kind of crazy. We have 2 Rockstar stories here today. What'd you say, Joe?
I said get off Pornhub.
Pornhub doesn't. That is
I
such
don't
a
do
myth
that shit,
like
bro.
that is such a myth that like porn sites fucking like put fucking like bad shit. Like porn sites are some of the most like safe sites to fucking go to because they get so much traffic. Like
You know what's the worst site to go on? Google. You just
Google?
learn
Yeah,
shit. You
exactly.
just learn shit. Who wants to fucking learn?
I don't wanna
Anyway,
I don't want to learn a fucking thing.
we got a couple things here for Jay to rant about. But a couple things one thing that kind of annoys me right now is the 007 port that is rumored to be coming out. We know how you feel about remasters, but this isn't a fucking remaster. It's a port, which means that it's gonna have the same quality that it did in the past.
Okay.
And just brought into the game now. It's a port. It's not a remaster.
I might surprise you with my response, and it's going to be a direct result of me playing fucking Myst, which is a game from the fucking mid '90s. Myst is even older than fucking GoldenEye. And as a direct result of me playing the shit out of Myst this week, I'm kind of okay with this. Like that's exactly what I've been doing with Myst. It's like I'm playing a game that I played the shit out of in the 90s, like, and it looks functionally the same. They updated it a little bit, you know, so that the when you move across the island, the movement is more fluid, but that's about all they did, you know. So the game itself is functionally the same, and so like, and I know everybody in my fucking generation played the absolute shit out of GoldenEye. So you know, are you ready for fucking GoldenEye tournaments again? And getting ready to see like who's fucking like king of fucking shit hill, you know, playing GoldenEye, right? Like, do you remember like there was always like that one dude who like was like super badass that you knew that was like playing GoldenEye, like nobody could beat him, you know. But there's always somebody better, right? Like let's find out. Let's find out again in 2022.
There's actually a funny video of this father and son. They're setting up GoldenEye, right?
Right.
And the kid's like, these fucking graphics are terrible, and the dad's like, oh yeah, like no, these are the graphics. In fact, let me try to find that real quick so I could. Let me see.
Why don't you have Joe pull it up?
I'm going to send them the link. It's a very specific video.
If Joe doesn't fuck it up, you know.
I didn't mean to do that. It's achievement picks.
What's that?
Oh, is this happening?
Right?
Is this so? With that being there, I just sent you the link, Joe. It's right there in the chat. That's
Is GoldenEye on Xbox right now? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Oh well, fuck. Boring.
I mean, you can mod your Xbox to get it though.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, get that clip that I just sent you real quick, Joe, because this shit is hilarious. This video is hilarious. But to be honest with you, I'm not excited for it. That game gave me motion sickness back then. It'll probably do the same for me right now. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Look at him.
Oh, play. This is your ass, play. This is your ass, play. You don't know nothing about this, play. Oh, shit! Dang!
Hell yeah.
It's been a long time. Oh, watch.
He's about to take everybody to the face.
Damn right, play it! Damn right, play it! Come on, watch your ass! Woo! Golden eye. Woo! Yeah! No, what you doing, play it?
Fucking Ric Flair is fucking about to fucking put a stomping on his boy right there, dude.
Yo, that shit.
Did you see the confidence in his voice? Did you see the fucking confidence? Like that dude was fucking like so fucking Ric Flair is about to fucking put an ass whooping on his fucking son there playing GoldenEye. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
next we have, and this is going to be Jay's favorite story of the day. This is kind of a two-parter in a way because Rockstar is involved with two stories right now, but we're gonna go with this. Take-Two Interactive has bought Zynga for $12.7 million. This is big. This is really big. Okay. Now, one thing. Can you pull up that chart too?
that's 12.7 billion.
Oh, 12.7 billion. Oh,
Billion.
fuck.
The B makes it a little different.
Yes, it does. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just three
Just
more
a
zeros.
fucking little bit.
But anyway, they buy it. Now, Take-Two Interactive owns 2K games. They own, I believe they own 2K games. They own Rockstar games. Zynga has games such as Joe, do you have that chart?
What chart?
I got
This
it.
chart. This chart.
Yeah, put it up. So yeah, 2K games, a private division, Rockstar Games. Okay, now look at those games at the bottom: Zynga Poker, Words with Friends, Golf Rivals, Empire Whip, Toon Blast. All these games are coming to cross-platform, which means these are coming to console and PC.
Right.
Now, if you look on the other side, we have games like Borderlands, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, NBA 2K, and Civilization are already on mobile because I play Civilization and I like that game. LA Noire, Mafia, all these games are coming to mobile now. Now, this is the part where Jay gets angry because they are going to be bringing Grand Theft Auto 5 to mobile.
I don't at this point I don't even know what else I can say. Like,
yeah,
this is the direction gaming is going. It's a fucking terrible direction to be going. Like, shit's not getting better, it's getting worse. And it's like and this is just yet another corporate grab, for money. And now it's and that company has more control over a bigger fucking percentage of the gaming community. Basically, it's like it's just getting ridiculous, man. Like, there's a reason I spent this week playing a game that came out like fucking 1995 or whenever fucking Mist dropped. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason I fucking did that this week.
Yeah,
and I didn't play something like GTA or fucking pick your poison on fucking which corporate ass fucking like game has come out recently, like fucking Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever. Like, because I'd rather play fucking Mist. Like I get Zynga is mostly mobile games and blah 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 blah. But fuck, man. Like,
all right, so I just got some breaking news here. Fortnite is coming back to Apple devices.
What does that mean?
So do you remember we covered pretty much like the first half of the year of the podcast with Apple versus Fortnite, because Fortnite was taken out of the iOS thing because of the payments, because Fortnite decided to put in an extra payment so that they could charge cheaper for their services. Fortnite streaming gameplay comes to mobile through iOS Safari and Android with touch inputs. Alongside the amazing team at Epic Games, we've been working to enable a touch-friendly version of Fortnite for mobile delivered through. So it's coming back, but it's not going to be on the Apple Store. So again, this is still another fight. So it's going to be browser cloud
Jesus
based.
fucking Christ, dude.
So
Like,
the
what a
fight.
fucking shit show, dude. What
This
a
this has
fucking
become
shit
the
show.
pettiest thing in the fucking
So
world.
petty as fuck, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, why don't those two companies just fucking get it over with? You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, like the fucking dancing around, each other. It's really gotten fucking old, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, just fucking get it over with.
Yep, there
Good
it is.
God.
GeForce Now cloud gaming service will bring Epic's Battle Royale to your mobile browser. I have no issue with mobile browsing. Xbox Cloud does it, so bring it on. I'd like to see Fortnite come back into the mobile space. And while we're talking about Rockstar, they are also in the headlines today because they just had a meeting recently where they talked about Midnight Club. They didn't talk about it returning. They didn't talk about anything like that. They mentioned it in their meeting, talking about it was one of their biggest titles, but that game hasn't come out in years. So does this mean that Midnight Club is coming back?
I'll tell you what it fucking means. It means fuck Rockstar. Like, you fucking sold your souls to the devil. Like, fuck you. Like,
Can I add
fuck
something?
Rockstar.
Can I add something?
Of course
Can
you
I?
can. Of course
I
you
got into a really interesting conversation with Joe, literally right before you came in about this, and I told him to hold his thoughts. There is a monopoly, technically almost a monopoly in racing games right now on console.
Yep.
I'm not surprised.
And our leading expert, the producer Joe, talk to us about this real quick.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. If you look back in history, recent history here in the 2010s and 2020s, there are only two major titles we've really truly seen in simulation racing games. I feel have been in the Forza Motorsport series and the Gran Turismo series.
And Dirt.
I mean, that's more arcadey, but yeah, you know what I mean. If you want to talk about like F1 and stuff like that, that was a pretty big name in console gaming, I believe, as well as PC gaming this year or past few years. But these two major, games for two different platforms. It's just how they've always kept it. I mean, you can get either or, I think, on PC, but still, it's a monopoly. There's the next best thing is always waiting for either Forza to come out with a new Horizon or new motorsport game, or Gran Turismo to come out with their next masterpiece that they do for PlayStation. The only other thing I could tell you I've seen that's close to simulation just for racing is iRacing or Race Room Experience. That's free on Steam.
Yeah.
Tried that a little bit. That's kind of fun. Beam.ng drive or something like that. I forget exactly how the hell you call it, but Beam.ng is a simulation that's really great for like if you want to see how like cars wreck. If you want to wreck, like race and wreck and like have really realistic wrecks and see what happens, like yeah, that's some cool stuff to do there.
That's what the fuck I would be doing the whole time.
Oh, you can set that up any way you want to do whatever you want. It's got sandbox mode and everything. I have it, Jay.
It's actually kind of fun. Some of the driving stuff that Joe has put me onto, especially like
what was that game back in the day where you would get in wrecks on purpose and try to create as much fucking like monetary damage?
Burnout.
Yeah. Burnout. That's it. Yeah. That shit. That was so much fucking fun, dude. Like
you just crash. Yeah.
Just crashing a fucking car. Like
senseless destruction always sells.
Yeah. So here's here's my question. Do you think it's a good idea for Rockstar to bring back Midnight Club to add competition and another title in racing?
I think it would be a smart move. And the reason for it is even though there's a lot of different games out there, they can bring back that class that Rockstar has. I mean, sure, there's some bugs we've seen in like GTA 5, and I think they've got most of them worked out after all these years, right? So I never saw a flaw with the Midnight Club series. What would intrigue me is the amount of customization that they can provide now, the amount of realism that we could have and immersion in the game itself. I feel like they would be able to make the streets look amazing. Like we've seen what Need for Speed was like for the past, 20 years. And I mean, has it gotten any better past PS2 or PS3? Not really. In my book. After PS3, I think they kind of just hit their peak and that was it, So a Midnight Club 5, I think would be due, and I think Rockstar would be smart for investing in time into that and development into that.
I got bad news for you though, Joe. If it's something that the gamers want, That's the problem. Like Rockstar's not gonna fucking do it
No.
because they're fucking cocksuckers.
Let me
Like
tell
that
you.
fucking whole company is a bunch of fucking cocksuckers.
Let me tell you about how a AAA game first let me down. A AAA game studio first let me down. EA Games had a game called Motor City Online, and if there was a great community of people who would get on there on PC, it was just PC, and play. And man, like I remember getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, right after my dad would leave for work, logging onto the dial-up,
excited as
and
fuck,
like,
just
yes,
excited as fuck.
super stoked, and then playing until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, like not even eating. I swear to God, it was so bad. You know, not
There were
eating.
times. There were
What
times
happened,
when
Joe?
there were times that.
So what happened? Tell me what happened.
They shut the servers down when they were completely active. It was only a few years that they had the game, and then they shut everything down. Now there is a community somewhere out there that's been trying to get it back up and like play, like get it right again. It's never going to be what it was, and I wept for humanity that day. I cried when those guys with Halo 3 servers that went down.
That's right. The Xbox 360 Halo servers just went down this
Right.
week too.
I have felt that pain many, many, many years ago on a game that was still very new and fresh to me and had a lot of potential.
This is exactly why my gaming philosophy will always be like you should have fucking discs and some type of a physical copy of whatever you're playing because without that, companies like fucking EA can just literally like shit in your fucking cereal and like end the game whenever they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the game can be functionally over like whenever they say. And that's after you spent your fucking money and time on the game or on the whatever art was created basically.
Yeah.
And so they can just basically just say, yeah, fuck you. Oh, is that your Cheerios? I'm gonna just take a fucking like long ass piss in them like right now.
Yeah.
You know?
And so it's very interesting. I would like to see Rockstar work on other games than Midnight Club, but it would be nice to see some competition and another option out there. Next we have a possible new Nintendo console coming out within the next 2 years. This seems to be like this is a big news story right now. So we just had the release of the OLED, and what I like to compare this to is that look at the Xbox One, and look at everything that happened before the Xbox Series X, and look at Nintendo. So Nintendo has come out with the new OLED, a beautiful piece that possibly will look like the next Nintendo console. Look at the Xbox, is how the last Xbox One X kind of represents a little bit of what the Series X kind of looks like in terms of like modernness and sleekness. I have a feeling that we're going to get something a little bit bigger than what we just got for the new Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be better. It's going to be more high definition. I think we're going to have more third-party options. I think it's going to be good. I'm excited for it. Nintendo seems to come up with these new ideas, and even though they had a major failure with the Wii U because of their marketing, they came back with the Switch, and I think they're going to do it even better.
I mean, I can't really deny what you're saying because that seems to be how Nintendo as a company has been like trending, basically like the last decade and a half, pretty much like you're saying. So I can't really, I've never really had a Wii or a Switch, or I should say, at least haven't played them very much at all. So it's hard for me to. I don't really have too much to say about Nintendo as a whole or as a company, but I know they have kept a lot of the core principles of like kind of gaming intact, and they're not being complete corporate cocksuckers as of right now, and they haven't been lately. You know what I mean? But we'll see. So I think Nintendo is probably one of the last companies that's still got an eye on like what the actual vision was to begin with.
Yeah, I mean,
versus like how much like how much more money can we possibly squeeze out of something before we are forced to go do something else?
And we're
You know what I
talking
mean?
about a company that started off in the 1800s as a trading card company.
That's correct. That's correct. That's
You know,
exactly what they
and
started.
to see where they are today is actually very interesting and beautiful because they always found new ways to bring gaming to people. The
Right.
Power Glove, the Virtual Boy. I mean, again, these are failures, but these are efforts of trying to
Yeah.
make the experience better for us.
They were trying. Yeah, they've consistently over the years at least made the attempt. Even if the attempts were failures, they were at least trying.
The Power Glove was
You know.
fucking cool.
Power Glove was fucking pretty cool.
I actually, one of our DD214 members who was just here, the father, Air Force member, Gonzo, Mark Anthony Gonzalez, who's actually my cousin, he has a Power Glove.
That's
In fact, he has a whole cave of retro Nintendo shit. I gotta get him on. Next we have, oh, that's actually it for gaming.
Okay.
Next we have the Space Force dominates, and this happened in December, folks. The Space Force dominates in the Call of Duty Endowment tournament in December. I believe this was their first incarnation coming into the tournament. And if you don't know what the Call of Duty Endowment is, the Call of Duty Endowment is an organization that works with Call of Duty to help veterans get jobs. Endowment, whatever.
Okay.
They've worked with the USO before. They're a very good company. I actually, somewhere around my house, I have actually Call of Duty Endowment dog tags from like 5 years ago. Very, very cool shit. So what they did, what's the story again?
Something about the Space Force.
Oh yeah, so the Space Force, you got the video right here. Play it. They won the Call of Duty Endowment.
Let's go, boys.
Come on, boys.
Woo! It's time, baby.
All right.
One mid.
Yep. Nice.
Another one mid dead.
Hey, what's wrong with
Nice, good job.
I'm going B Street.
Oh, he's one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. All right, let's go.
So they won against the United Kingdom and obviously the United States. And, to really, I mean, the story here is a new military service overcoming every other military service and winning. And that's the Space Force. We could joke about them all the time. We could joke about the fact that Trump made them. We could joke about the fact that their uniforms are probably going to be funny looking. We could make fun about the fact that there's a parody show about it on Netflix right now. But the fact of the matter is, Space Force beat the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and
they're here to stay. Obviously, they're here to stay. But specifically within the gaming realm, I think that's really cool. They had the opportunity to do that, and honestly, like even as a brand new branch, I would expect the Space Force to fucking be cleaning house, like
hold the standard.
Yeah, in the gaming, between the Space Force and the Air Force, those two would probably be the two that I'd be like, I expect you guys to fucking,
really
they're more technological. They're more technologically inclined. The vast majority of Air Force MOSs are not pilot. You know what I mean? Like
they're mechanics.
The entire Air Force revolves around the planes and the pilots, right? Like, but like there are so many other MOSs out there that have I guess you have to be technologically inclined, basically, to do a lot of the jobs.
That is a very interesting perspective. I never thought of that, and it makes so much sense.
I would expect it from the Air Force and the Space Force. I would expect it. So
my shit's stuck again.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess we're just going with audio. I'm not on the Mac today, so we only got one camera angle. Let me see.
It looks okay on Facebook. I'm looking at it on Facebook and it looks okay.
Yeah, there's usually a bit delay, but it's all good. Hang on, let me see something. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, there it is. Am I moving now?
No, not on my screen.
Ah, fuck it then. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the next story. The Medal of Honor. This is just a quick story, and I'm very happy about this. The Medal of Honor Memorial, a plan to place the monument to the Medal of Honor recipients on the National Mall was approved, along with one for the veterans of the global war on terrorism.
Really?
Yep. This is going to be at the National Mall. It's still in talks. They're still just talking about it, so they haven't even set anything down on the ground yet. I'm super excited for this. I would love to see this memorial myself when it opens, especially since Washington D.C. is only about 5 hours away from me. I'd love to check this place out.
I would too. I think it took way too long for the World War II memorial to kind of manifest, and I look forward to seeing what they do for the GWOT veterans on the National Mall. And I think that's the kind of shit I just fucking drop everything and just take a road trip, to go be present when it opened. You know what I mean?
We should all go to that.
I'm telling you, man.
This monument will be a beacon for the enduring values the Medal of Honor represents: courage and sacrifice, commitment and integrity, citizenship and patriotism.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the medal. That's the Medal of Honor memorial. But yeah, but as far as like when you're looking back, when you're looking back and when you're reflecting on your time in service, and this, whether you, regardless of what era you served in, regardless of whether or not you did or didn't go overseas, or what you did or didn't do when you were in, it doesn't always have to be this big giant like gatekeeping fucking thing. So a GWOT memorial is for all of us. You know what I mean? It's for all of us in this in the generation that, that basically after, post 9/11, basically. And now that they've kind of unofficially ended the wars, you know what I mean? Like something should be on the mall, and especially for the Medal of Honor recipients as well. Like that's a long time coming. And I remember when I came back from my first deployment, I took a trip to Washington D.C. and I walked up and down the mall. You know what I mean? And I did that. I kind of like did that little walking tour by myself. Yeah. And when you see that, and when you see the stuff and you see what it represents, and it gives you this, it's like a history lesson plus, it adds like a shitload of like pride in your fucking country, pride in yourself, when you go see those things, and then knowing that there's something in that grove, in that AO, that is for you and your fellow, your same generation of soldiers and Marines and sailors and airmen and Coast Guardsmen and all that. You know what I mean? Like knowing there's something out there that is yours, like that one belongs to you. Like you took part in that. That's awesome, and of course, and obviously the Medal of Honor one, just that needed to happen a long time ago.
Absolutely. Next we have General Mattis. Look at that.
Oh, would you look at that? Saint Mattis.
So
patron saint of chaos.
So yeah. coming from the Army Times, they're saying former Defense Secretary and Marine Corps General James Mattis goes by many names: Jim, Chaos, the Warrior Monk, and Mad Dog, though he doesn't like this one. That's what happens when you're a legend, and as such, Mattis deserves representation on a token that truly embodies his mythic spirit. Enter the Saint Mattis of Quantico Challenge Coin. Quantico. Shit. Though its definitive origins are unknown, the coin, which features Mattis's patent and knife hand, fell into the possession of a moderator for the popular Facebook page Air Force AMN NCO SNCO. And now it could be yours. The moderator is raffling off this priceless coin in a page-wide sweepstakes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's being raffled
What, is
off.
there like only one of these?
There's only one.
No, fuck that. That's bullshit. What the fuck? You're telling me only one of those can be made? That's such fucking. It's 2022.
Look, there will probably be many more, but this specific one probably will never be reprinted again. And
Fuck
I get it.
that.
Look, as a collector, I respect it. I fucking respect it. Next in the news, Jake Gyllenhaal is doing it one more fucking time.
What? What's he doing one more time?
Jake Gyllenhaal is going to star in yet another military movie.
Oh my fucking god! How old is? Wait a minute. How old is Jake Gyllenhaal? Joe, how old is Jake Gyllenhaal? Look that shit up. How old is this motherfucker?
41 years old.
I'm about to be 41. I knew that motherfucker was as old as me. Like, what the fuck is he playing? Like, what is he a fucking general? Like what's he fucking playing, dude? Like,
okay, so he's going to be starring. He's going to be starring in a movie directed by Guy Ritchie called The Interpreter. Some of the details are fuzzy, but Gyllenhaal plays Sergeant John McKinley. Sergeant. Yes, Sergeant. It looks like E5.
Fuck that.
Wait, and are you listening?
40-year-old fucking sergeant. What is he, a fucking National Guardsman?
Here comes the best part. Who's on his final tour in Afghanistan?
Tour.
Is he a soldier or a Marine? There's no definite word from the press agent, so we're standing by.
This is fucking
Hold up.
bullshit.
Was John McKinley and was in the Army or was he in the Marines? What the fuck is this? They don't know if he's in the Army and the Marines? What's going on here?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, 40-year-old sergeant on his final tour. So, like, you're telling me this dude has been on multiple tours and is still only a fucking sergeant? Like, nope. Fucking pass. They haven't even fucking finished filming. I'm pass.
They haven't even started filming.
Wrong.
Okay, but let's not take away that Jake Gyllenhaal is great as a soldier in some movies and a cop too. He was great in Jarhead. We've been talking about Jarhead for the last 3 weeks.
When did Jarhead come out?
Like
Why don't we look that up?
Like 2007, 2006.
Look it up. Joe, when did Jarhead come out? I'm about to blow your mind here, John. 2000.
Fuck.
No, the fuck it didn't. Are you fucking high, dude? No, the fuck it didn't. Try again.
There was 3 Jarhead movies that came out.
The first one with Jake Gyllenhaal.
2005.
Holy shit. 2005. Thank you. 17 fucking years ago. You want to know why it was good? Because he looked like he was a fucking actual Marine. Like he was in the age range. He's fucking 40. He's fucking 40 years old now.
97.1 million. Wow. Yeah. That's actually not that good, depending on how much it took to. Hey, but Jamie Foxx was probably one of the best parts of that movie. But yeah, it's happening. It's happening again. But we can't also forget he's also playing Chapman in the movie too. Air Force Medal of Honor.
That one I'm a little bit more inclined to give a shot at
because he's of age.
Because he's closer to the age, yes, and he can pull off that age range. Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. Okay, I don't want to get it twisted completely sideways. My whole thing is like if you're a sergeant on your final tour. Like, how bad did your career fuck up that you only made it to sergeant on your final tour? Like, you should have been a goddamn staff sergeant, sergeant first class, gunnery sergeant in the Marines, whatever. Yeah,
this is what Hollywood. This is what Hollywood fucks up a lot, and we've seen
they really do.
And we've seen this with now. There is an answer to it, though. There is an answer to it.
What's the answer?
The answer is that a lot of a lot of these movies do it purposely because they try to avoid the stolen valor law.
That's
And,
not.
and but
No,
there's
okay,
all
okay, no,
but there's also
yeah.
something in the laws. Joe, see if you could look this
No,
up.
no, no, no,
There,
no,
there,
no, no.
there is a specific reason why
No.
they purposely fuck up the uniforms, and it
They
has
use
something to do.
It's not. Yeah, but that's not. It's a myth though, because it's not. There's nothing against. There's nothing against the rules. There's nothing against the rules saying they can't have somebody in a film wearing like correctly worn military uniforms. There's nothing in the law against that. Like that's a myth. That's a myth. Like anytime you see people wearing wrong shit in Hollywood right now, it's just because somebody was fucking lazy. That's really all it comes down to. Like I've seen a couple movies with like their uniforms looked really sharp. I was like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody in this movie did their fucking homework. Like those uniforms actually look good. Like
Someone
they-
didn't do their homework on the Hurt Locker.
Fuck the Hurt Locker. That's like the worst fucking movie.
Oh,
like, ever,
perfect.
dude.
Look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
baby. Yes.
Fuck the Hurt Locker, dude. That I fucking hate. And it won best picture. It won best picture.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, that's because Kathleen Kennedy was married to Steven Spielberg. That's the only reason why she fucking got it. Is it Steven Spielberg or is it who's she married to?
Oh my god.
It's Brittany, bitch.
No, honey.
Yes.
No,
that's why
honey.
they do it.
No, honey.
We're gonna have to deep dive on this. There's
no deep dive. That's not true. It's totally not true. I love my Nikki, but that is totally not true. Our fucking uniform regulations are unclassified. It's not hard to like there's no rule against anybody being like no, fuck no. That's not completely false. Hollywood is totally allowed to put people in uniform that look and if their uniform looked like exactly how it would look in regular life, like that's totally okay.
Oh fuck, I see that word.
It has nothing to do with any rules or laws.
Production companies are notoriously cheap. If they're not producing a specifically documentary type film, they're not going to care about the accuracy of the uniform.
That's pretty much what it is. It's fucking people just being lazy and not doing their homework. That's about all it comes down to.
And now our final story that we have today. Three soldiers, this is coming from Army Times. 3 soldiers charged in Fort Bragg cold case, but the death is still unsolved.
Yeah. This one's a fucking doozy. So what the soldiers that are charged with crimes basically are charged for, they're charged for like using drugs. Like apparently like a bunch of soldier buddies like went out into the boonies to go camping overnight, whatever, and take some hallucinogenics, specifically LSD. So you got a bunch of fucking soldiers from fucking the 82nd Airborne tripping balls in the middle of nowhere. Okay. One of them like walks off to take a piss. He never comes back. Later, his fucking severed head washes up on a fucking beach. Okay, so like let me cycle back to the beginning of this. Okay, soldiers sneak out of Fort Bragg, okay, to go camping, go to the woods to go camping, ingest LSD. I have to take a piss. My severed head fucking washes up on a beach. So what these soldiers are actually charged with is not anything to do with how the unfortunate specialist lost his life. Like, but that's literally like the context. So obviously there's several careers that are obviously like way over. Unfortunately, like that young man lost his life and they don't have a fucking clue what the fuck happened. Like zero clue what the fuck happened. Like what else can you do? Because that's literally your timeline. Like that's why it's a cold case. That's exact. They know nobody, none of the soldiers that he was out there with did anything wrong to him. All they know is he's dead, right? And none of them had anything to do with it. How do they know that? Because they were all fucking tripping balls too, right? Like Jesus Christ! Like what a shit show.
Yeah, and even says here that the charges are unrelated to the cause of Roman Martinez's death. It's very weird. First, you're on LSD again, like you said. I'm not going to break down the whole thing. You're on LSD, and now some guy's head is on the shore.
Right.
I don't even know what to say.
Right.
To be
yeah.
to be honest with you,
what do you say to that? That's what I'm saying. Like, it really sucks. Like dude got killed. Obviously, like the dude got killed somehow.
and this is why when you see a lot of these lockdowns, right?
Yeah.
Because for example, there was a sexual harassment case that happened when I came to AIT, and they revoked our weekend off base.
Right.
Whatever the fuck.
I know.
word
I
is.
know. Yeah. I know.
And so not only with the case of what was it, Private Guillen from Fort Hood?
Yeah.
When things like this happen, there comes a lockdown after this, and it always happens because stupid soldiers end up doing stupid things.
Right.
And it gets because if you didn't learn about mass punishment in basic training, what are you doing? You're gonna not only are you gonna get everyone in trouble, but now you have a specialist dead.
Right. That's correct. And regardless of how wrong those soldiers were to ingest hallucinogenic drugs or whatever, like on
a contract.
Yeah, while they're still actively serving or whatever. Obviously, they didn't do anything. Obviously, like nobody's suspecting them, at least right now, of
killing him.
But because that young man lost his life, they basically just became the freaking safety briefing. And so, yeah, no shit. Like, yeah, you guys fucked up. Like, if you want to go camping and take fucking acid, you know what I mean? Like, make sure everybody fucking comes back alive next time.
Have a DD. Literally, have a DD. That's what that's all about.
Having babysitters while using hallucinogenics is a tale older than time. You know what I mean? Like having a babysitter. So just throwing it out there, for all you young military-minded people that think it's okay to go camping. Like why? First off, why the fuck would you want to be in the woods? Like
when you just do it in your fucking barracks.
Yeah, like do it in the safety of a space that you have control of. You know what I mean? Like nobody has control in the woods. You know what I mean? Like you don't control the woods. The woods control you.
There's no doors in the woods. So
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like clearly people just are not as plussed up on their tripping intricacies.
Yeah, it's a shame, and
it really is. It really fucking is.
Our condolences to the family of Specialist Enrique Roman Martinez.
100%.
It's definitely and to think that this story is breaking now instead of when it happened last year.
It happened last year, and like nobody, like there was nothing was said about it.
Yeah, and again, we need more safety precautions. If there's anything that I've learned, you're always going to have one friend that's not going to participate, but will worry about your safety and will go with you for your safety. There's always that one person.
Always. There's a I hate to always I'm really not a conspiracy guy, I swear. But if you look up disappearances in like national parks and forests, like it like you can go down a long rabbit trail with shit like that. It's like I will always be a proponent of staying in multiples, like don't go very many places alone. You know what I mean? Don't make yourself a target. Okay. And don't, if you are a habitual person and you have like a very set schedule, every once in a while change shit up, like take a different way to work, take a different way home.
Yeah.
You just shit like that, where it's like, don't make yourself a fucking target, because you never fucking know. You really, really never fucking know. And the world's a scary place. So,
and it gets scarier every day.
Sometimes for some people.
Yeah, sometimes you got to embrace the chaos. And before we get to the final thought, guys, always remember to check out our WWE like a fucking cuck. Make sure you check out www.linktree.com/DD214gaming for all our links. YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. Facebook, comment, like, subscribe, if you could do that there. Anchor, comment, like, subscribe, Spotify, and Apple Music. All our links are there. Make sure you go on Spotify. Check out our videos, which are now on Spotify, and After Dark, which we're going to be doing an After Dark soon. That will be Spotify exclusive. There's polls on our Spotify. When you check out our episodes on Spotify, if you scroll down, there's actually a poll and a question for you to answer. So make sure you guys click those things. It's actually kind of cool when you guys interact with us. Also on Anchor, click the voicemail link. Leave us a voicemail. We want to hear what you think. What else I got? Oh, you can't eat ass without Rogue Energy, guys. Make sure
no, you can't. Fuck, no, you can't.
No, you can't. You can't.
The original hallucinogenic drug.
And you know what, guys? I'm going to step it up a bit. You can't do fucking morning PT or your goddamn PT test without Rogue Energy. You're
non-existent ass fucking PT test, fucking army, dude. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude?
Yeah, guys, come on.
What the fuck are you guys
All you
doing?
need is one package. Throw that shit in there, shake it up in the bottle, and gargle it down, my friend. Code DD214 Gaming, 10% off today. Guys, Blaze Online, New Jersey. We love you, Alex. We love you, Johnny. Come back soon.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you get all your CBD and Delta 8 needs. Toothpaste, cream, buds, rose blunts, toothpaste. Did I say toothpaste? Well, I'm going to say it again. Toothpaste. And I kind of want to throw in a surprise real quick before we get to the final thought, Jay.
Sure.
I've been kind of thinking about what can we do. Oh, check out the PaleoGiant.com.
Yeah, don't forget
at the Paleo Giant.
Sean. Yeah.
We have the baseball cards. I'm working on some stickers right now and some stuff. I'm gonna throw in. I haven't told anybody yet. I'm keeping this close to the chest, but we're gonna have a contest coming soon. One of the prizes will be a signed Topps official baseball card from us, and probably a T-shirt and a couple stickers. We'll have details for that soon. I
like that.
Yeah, we'll have some details for you soon. But yeah, you want to take it this week, man?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what. First off, I want to thank Ronnie J, Mark Anthony Gonzalez, Ben Davies, Nikki Larson. Always good to see people live when we are live. Okay. Thank you guys very much for chiming in and for being with us while we were actually in the process of doing this. So love all of you. So it's the 16th of January. It's we're about halfway through the first month of 2022. So let's keep going strong. All right. Let's try to make it another 7 days until we see you guys again. Okay. If you're having trouble, pick up the phone, call someone. There are people out there. There are people who care. National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. People love you. I'm using my crutch word. My crutch word is right? Like I keep saying When you lose someone and they're kind of gone forever, it's really hard to put into words the secondary and tertiary effects of it's really hard to put into words the secondary and tertiary effects of seeing what happens after a person takes their life. Because you have the immediate family members, you have the people that were closest to the person in their life or in general, okay, and then you have all the people that person touched outside of that, and like for several rings, basically. Like there's third order rings, fourth order rings, whatever. And watching like the wave ripple when somebody makes that decision and succeeds in the act, basically. Watching that ripple kind of like go through time is very heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. So I want to encourage everybody, if you're having a hard time, if you don't have anybody to talk to, like call someone, whether it's one of the friends, one of your homies, your mom, your dad, grandma Joe, or Grandpa Joe, Grandma Jane, whoever. Like call somebody. Somebody out there gives a fuck. If you got nobody, fuck it. Call the suicide hotline. Okay, if you're scared, don't be scared. Life is hard. Life is not going to get any easier. But there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't have to be the end all be all. Stop being so scared. Believe in yourself. Believe in the people that are around you. Believe in humanity again. Okay, just because everything around us is a tornado of teeth and fingernails on fire, okay, doesn't mean you have to fucking give up. Stop being a fucking pussy. Like, believe in your goddamn self, believe in fucking the people around you, and love yourself enough to give yourself a chance somewhere fucking down the road. All you do when you make a decision like that is take away the opportunity for everybody to see how much of a fucking badass you became in the future. So don't fucking do that shit. We love you. John loves you. All right. Joe sucks as a producer. All right. So we hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you again next week. We'll see if Joe's fucking still in our employ. All right. We love you guys very, very much. Good luck to everybody's football teams today. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Be safe, drive safe. And if you have been imbibing, okay, do not drive at all. Okay. And make sure you call somebody if you're having some weird thoughts, because this and guns do not mix. All right. So.
Cool. And guys, don't forget, our casting call is still open for the roundtable. We're looking for mechanics right now. And also see you next week with Jason Gassis.
All right. Have a good day, John.
Have a good day, Jay. Have a